Welcome to the season finale of the EPL Wizards podcast. Kyle Harvey was the winner for the Draft League and also for the Standard League. We got swag that we have available for those of you who want to represent, and also we'll let you in on what's going to be happening next season, the 2023-2024 season. You don't want to miss this show. Let's get over to it right away. Final show, Nate. Bittersweet.
Yeah, it's end of the season. Yeah. It's unfortunate to see a certain team win three titles, three trophies, but life goes on, and we look forward to next season.
Yeah, congratulations to Man City. A lot of Man City fans in the group and in the community. I do want to just mention the last show that we did. We actually recorded it before Man City won the Premier League. So if anybody was wondering why we didn't give Man City credit, it wasn't anything personal.
Oh, it certainly was for me, but go ahead.
I think we recorded it. I think 2 weeks before.
City
we won. But yeah,
we did.
But I think one of the things that we did want to cover in this show, Nate, was for next season, 2023-2024, what's going to be happening. And I'm very delighted to let everyone know that you and I will be doing the show again. We will be doing the league again, with a few additional changes. And one of the changes is we will be charging a very small 15% admin fee.
I think it's more for the bank fees. I mean, you've basically been out of pocket when you transfer people money now.
Yes.
That's not cool on you. So
yes,
I think it's more for the bank fees. It's kind of cool to maybe do something for, like maybe first game week of the season or something like that. Opening day or something. Try and get everybody out to one place. I know everybody has their own plans where they like to watch football and stuff, but for the first day of the season, try and just post up somewhere and say come through if you want. And that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people in the group I do know, or you probably know as well, but there are quite a few people who were referred from friends or friends of friends, and I've never met in person. So COVID also kind of prevented us from doing these sorts of meetups over the last few years.
Yeah, the other day I was getting on my bike and somebody else was getting on their bike 2 bikes away from me, and they were like, "Oh, you're from EPL. You do the EPL Wizards with Fubler." I was like, yeah. He said, "Yeah, I'm in the league." I don't know who this guy is, but I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, "Oh, look at that! There's wizards all across the island." Randomly,
that's hilarious.
You never know who you're gonna bump into that's a wizard. So I agree. It'd be nice to sort of get a little get together and see everybody.
Yeah, and talking about getting together and connections, I think we were also talking backstage about growing the league for next season, and I think the intention is to continue to grow it with people who are respectful, people who are knowledgeable about EPL, but also people who are not going to score higher than myself for next year.
I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. That's the most important criteria, I think.
I have a look at what my score was for this year, and as long as they scored at least 1 point less than me, then they will be eligible. No, all jokes aside, I think in growing the league, we will also be growing the prizes. And as a reference, Kyle won over $4,000 this season. If everybody in the league invites at least one person, then that will double technically the prizes. So
and we've already talked about potentially adding a third. We already do the monthly winner, we do Crown and Anchors, we've obviously got the overall winner. We've already talked about maybe adding another in-season competition to kind of keep everybody interested and engaged all throughout the season. So I think next year could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Actually, talking about the Crown and Anchor, Nate, would you mind, just for anybody who has just received this video from a friend, just putting you on the spot now, what is the Crown and Anchor, and how does it play out?
Basically each month we pose a question to the group. The questions are pretty standard, pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes they get a little complex, but it's things like how many goals are going to be scored in a certain game week, or how many yellow cards will there be in a certain game week, that sort of thing. And the whole league gets to put answers in if they so choose, and then closest to wins. I think you could speak to how much the Crown Anchor was worth this year each month. I think each month it was $400 or something like that.
Yeah, so Crown and Anchor was 300, and then the monthly winner was 400.
Right.
So
those are nice ways that everyone can sort of stay involved and engaged all throughout the season, regardless whether you're last place in the league or first place in the league. Everyone's eligible to play Crown Anchor and to win Crown Anchor. So your team could be doing awful, and it don't matter. You still have a chance to make double your money back almost.
And that's something that I go for, just speaking from just as somebody who focuses a lot on the podcast and also running the various administrative tasks, and also the monthly winners. So I think you were one of the monthly winners this year.
I was a monthly winner this year.
So I can give a little background about that. So even if you're, like Nate was saying, you're second or you're second last, as long as you score the most points in a month, then you will receive this season gone, it was $400, but you'll receive a monthly prize, and the points tally resets on the first game week of every month, so everybody has an equal opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do want to say a shout out to Philip Lawrence. We usually interview the monthly winners. Unfortunately, he was unable to appear on the show this month, but he won the last and final month for this season, and congratulations to Philip Lawrence, and also all our winners. One other thing I wanted to mention, Nate, is the swag. So we do have some really cool sort of chalices, I guess you can call this a chalice, and we have some stickers, which
I'm not wearing my hat, though. I'm not wearing my hat.
I know. Well, sometimes it looks a bit corny if we both have them on. Some stickers that you can put on your, on your bike. And then we got this. I think this is what we used to give out. Do you have one of these, Nate? Or you have one of the other ones?
I don't. I think I do have another one. I think I have one of the tumblers, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we got hats galore as well for people. So let us know. What I'm thinking is when we do the meetup, maybe we can do a couple giveaways, or just take some of the items up to people so that they can wear them.
Yeah, Phelps putting on a little fashion show tonight too.
Hey, look, we have what, 3 months off.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to get all the information out there before the end of the show. Also, Crown and Anchor winner. The previous Crown and Anchor winner was Koi. So Koi won April and May
for Crown and Anchor.
Yes, for Crown and Anchor. He won both April and May.
All right, Koi. All right.
He has. He's been doing a lot lately for the league, and this was his first season with us.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this will bring him back for next season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, why not?
I don't think you didn't win a Crown Anchor, but you definitely won a month. So
no, I didn't win. I think if I won a Crown Anchor because I've started running it now, I think it wouldn't be a good look. But
yeah.
But I do, as Fubler will tell you, and a couple of people I've spoken to, I take that role very seriously, and I do not abuse my ability of knowing what other people have guessed. If I forget to put there was one month that I forgot to put my own guess in until late, and I chose not to put a guess in because that would have been unfair, because I had seen everybody else's guess at that point. So, but yeah, everybody invite friends. Tell them. Hopefully, you enjoy your time in the league. So tell them how much you enjoy it and how we try. And it's not like most other leagues where you kind of, if you're not competing in the first couple months, it's basically a waste of time after that. So it's not like that. There's plenty of money to be won. Plenty of money to be won.
Yeah. I think talking about money, Kyle Harvey was the winner of the Standard League, the Draft League. He won in April as well.
Yes, in April.
He has earned the title of champion for our league for this year. He also came second in the Royal Gazette League.
Yeah.
So he really did perform very well. He mentioned that he was in the Royal Gazette. They did an article with him as well. But he did say, and I quote, "The Royal Gazette League has nothing on EPL Wizards. EPL Wizards is so much better." I'm paraphrasing slightly, but he is a big fan of the EPL Wizards. So anything stood out from the interview other than him being a United fan?
We make our early predictions for next season.
Yes,
and we have a brief discussion that I'm sure City fans will enjoy about our thoughts on their treble. That's if Fubler doesn't cut it out. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
But yeah, it's always good chatting to Kyle, and massive congrats to him on his win. Well, as you said, well deserved.
Kyle, congratulations for winning.
Big congrats.
Everything. Yeah. You won the draft.
Yes,
you won the Standard League. And very, very glad to have you in our group. You also came second place, runner-up, silver medal for the Bermuda Royal Gazette League as well, which is very impressive. So, job well done.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't think I could do that well after the World Cup. I was like way back down there, so I made a big, strong push at the end. So it was nice to be successful in the end.
That's pretty difficult to do in Fantasy Premier League too. Is to sort of fall behind at the start and then make a comeback. So that's impressive.
Yeah, I think I knew it was possible because last year I was the guy in first being chased, and I thought I had a big lead, like a 100-point lead, and I didn't win last year. Whereas this year I was behind by points. And normally I would have thought, oh, you can't catch that up. But I was like, nah, it happened last year. I can definitely catch up if I stick to it. So it worked out.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about how you started out? Like, what kind of things did you do before World Cup, and then any changes possibly that you made after World Cup that kind of helped you to clinch the championship?
Yeah, so like the start of the season, the way I went, which I thought would be the best way, just wasn't working. I went heavy with the defense, so I had like Joao Cancelo, Reece James, Trent, guys like that, and it just like they're always been big point scorers, but this season for some reason the defenders seem like they're getting no points, and because the last couple of seasons the strikers have been dry basically. So I only had like one striker. I think it was just Holland at the beginning. But come like halfway point World Cup, when they let you redo your whole team, I kind of went the opposite route. Got the 3 strikers in, 3 defenders, did the 3-4-3, and then just started getting a lot more points that way. But yeah, I guess at the start of the year, it never goes how you think it's going to go. So it's one of those things.
Yeah, actually, I did want to ask you about the draft league because there's a lot of focus on the regular league. So you did have a draft league team as well. Anything differently that you did there? I know once you pick up a player, other managers can't pick up that same player. But any sort of insights on the draft league, and also anybody interested in the draft league next year, would you recommend it?
Yeah, the draft league is very different. Like, I think one of the key differences is you have to have a lot more patience in that one. I think the people's lack of patience helped me a lot because they get frustrated with some of their big name players and they just drop them. And I picked up some big names that weren't really in form at the time, but I knew eventually they would click and it'll all work out. So yeah, I think I'd recommend people just because they're not having a good moment, keep them on your bench for a couple of weeks and then just drop them. But I definitely recommend the draft league. It's different. The head-to-head is a little weird where sometimes you have to look at who's on your opponent's team, see how they're going to do, like maybe try to match their defenders if they got better defenders with you. Match those clean sheets, but it's definitely. I think the draft league is more difficult because there's a lot more factors at play, but it's just as fun as the regular league. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Nate, are you up for the draft league next season?
Listen. So my journey with Fantasy Premier League. I mean, I've played fantasy basketball and fantasy football, the NFL kind, for a while. And so the draft league always appealed to me because it's more similar in style to the fantasy leagues that I'm used to. So when I first started playing Fantasy Premier League, exactly what you just said, Kyle. I'm already in that very patient fantasy player because I'm used to playing that style of league. So playing Fantasy Premier League, like our traditional league that we're in, when I first started playing that, I was far too patient. I wasn't switching players in and out as strictly as I needed to be. I was like, just give them another couple of weeks and they'll hit a good run of form. Like, another couple of... What's the point? If they're going to sit on my bench for 3 weeks, let me go and pull somebody in who could actually help me for those 3 weeks. So that was a mind shift for me, and you're right. I think that the draft league probably takes more patience, and I'll probably be more suited to it, Fub. So you might find me in there. Who knows?
Yeah. It's always smaller. Not many people know about it, or for whatever reason, not as many people sign up for it. But I came second in it. Same place as Arsenal finished this season. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but Kyle won. I want to say sometime late.
It was like six weeks left or something, I think.
Yeah. So Kyle pretty much wrapped it up. I was, I think, the second last week. I mathematically came second, but it's fun. It's different. I could at least I have a podium finish for one of the leagues. It's kind of diversifying.
That's a very Arsenal answer.
Zero trophies this year.
Look, we're in Champions League. We had a great season. We were in first for the majority of the year. I could go on, but I'll stop.
Well, you couldn't actually go on because that's literally all you could say about your season. We were first for most of the year and then became in second. That's pretty much it. You didn't do much in the cups, didn't do, so you couldn't actually go on.
Both of our teams had something in common. We both played Manchester City or were up against Manchester City to kind of prevent them from getting the treble. And I think we both know what happened there.
That FA Cup final game was interesting. No, that was not pleasant. But
I wasn't happy with that one because I thought that they didn't even play good that day.
I know. That's what I mean. Like that game felt like a 1-1 game. It felt like a 1-1 game.
It wasn't like they came out and played their best football and just smashed us. They did not play well at all and just.
We were very in that game.
All 3 goals were just not great. It was almost like a 0-0 game. Good actually.
Yeah.
But when you let one in 12 seconds in, it's just not great.
That's the problem, right? Is we shot ourselves in the foot. I don't think City beat us. I think we beat ourselves in that FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Which is the most disappointing thing.
I thought Inter Milan was better than them for a lot of the game, but
yeah, they were. I agree.
They just got the important goal and it was over.
It's all right. Yeah. City won the treble and the world yawned.
Yeah. Maybe one day UEFA will take it away with all their corruption.
It only took 150 counts of cheating to win the treble. That's all.
So under investigation, so we'll see how that goes.
For all the City fans watching this, congratulations, but us United fans just realized we do have to cope, obviously, and so my coping mechanism is the world yawned and 150 counts of cheating. That's my coping mechanism, so...
Hey, whatever works, right?
I was hoping that the same day that they won the Champions League, they'd announce Man United would go out by Qatar or something just to, dampen their parade, but no luck on that end.
Was there anybody you wanted to shout out or anything you wanted to add in?
I just want to shout out to probably George and Kevin because they were up there competing the whole year. And they definitely made it difficult because they were just getting consistent points all season. And there was times where they were so far ahead, I was like, how do I catch these guys up? And they just keep getting everything right. So yeah, I just want to give them a shout out because they did really well this year. I think they came second and third, but
I think you're right. Yeah,
we got it down there. So yeah, Kevin came second. Yeah.
Shout out to our May winner as well. Our May winner who not on this podcast, but did win May. And that was Philip Lawrence, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So congratulations to Philip for winning May.
Yeah, can't forget that. I think next season we're going to continue the show. As you know, Kyle, we're going to continue with the league, and we're going to have a 15% admin fee that's going to go towards producing these nice little productions. Also go towards any admin fees, any bank fees, and then if we do any events, like an event where you will be helping to pay for half the tab with the truckload of cash that you won. The admin fee will also go maybe towards some wings and some French fries for the group.
Cool.
I think that's fair. I think it's a cool little touch.
Yeah.
Any predictions for next year, guys? Any way too early predictions for what's going to happen in the season next year? Obviously, we haven't seen transfers happen. We haven't seen ownership changes happen. So, all these predictions should be taken with a grain of salt. But anything you're hanging your hat on quickly?
I'll let Kyle go first as the champion.
I just don't see anyone stopping Man City from winning another league. Their bench is better than most of the teams in the top four. So it's hard to see anyone stopping them again. I think Arsenal will struggle to do as well as they did this season unless they get someone in like a Declan Rice or something like that to push them up a little bit further. But yeah, I see Man United again coming second or third. I don't see any better than that. And then fourth, I think it's just going to be absolute wide open. Could be Newcastle, could be Chelsea if they figure out how to play football. Could be Tottenham. I don't know. It could be a lot of teams. So, I mean, maybe Liverpool, but it's going to be hard to predict, I think.
Do you think Manchester City lose any players? Do you think they
but I think it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I think the players that might leave are like Gundogan and maybe Bernardo Silva, but I think they've already almost signed Kovacic, which is a pretty good replacement. I just don't think it matters. They're just so deep and strong.
And I mean, you have to give it to them as well. Their recruitment's been fantastic. I mean, they've had their misses, but their ownership and their board have been good about replacing those misses. So even when they did miss, so Claudio Bravo is a perfect example, right? They brought Claudio Bravo in, realized it didn't work, immediately went and got Ederson. If that was United or Arsenal or most of the other clubs, we'd still be sitting here with Claudio Bravo as our goalkeeper. You know what I mean? Because our owners would have just been like, no, we just bought you a goalkeeper. We're not buying you another one. So they've been pretty good about replacing players who either aren't good enough or players that want to move on. So I have no doubt that even if they lose Bernardo Silva or Gundogan or whoever, I think they'll replace them smartly because that's what the past has shown us. So I do think they'll lose some players, but I think they'll replace them, like Kyle said.
What about you, Nate? What do you think for next season? Where's United looking like?
I'm going to do it because why not? Why not? I think United wins the title next year if we get Harry Kane.
Hey, there we go.
Why not? Let's go nuts. Let's go nuts.
All right.
Why not? Let's go crazy. Winning 4 in a row. Come on now. I mean, I think obviously the safe bet is that City will repeat again for the fourth.
But there was a long time this season.
But exactly, right? And winning 4 in a row is not easy, especially after there's bound to be a bit of a hangover after winning the treble. So, it's tough to get motivation back up to go again when you've just done that. That was the genius of Sir Alex, right? That was the genius of Sir Alex, was he managed to motivate his team each and every year to get back up and go do it again, even though they had just won so much. That was the genius of him. So, and Pep, I mean, obviously Pep's probably a top 2 manager of all time. But winning 4 in a row can't be easy to motivate those players again to get up and fight each week. So
that's why, why would you want to leave the team if you're motivated? Like these guys that want to leave City,
right? Why? And that lets you know that there's a little bit of cracks in players not getting enough playing time or this, that, and the other. Maybe guys aren't totally happy with their role on the squad, that type of thing. So, it remains to be seen. Obviously, like I said, the safe bet is City's going to win another title. But I think if United are intelligent about their recruitment, I think that United could have something to say about it. I think Liverpool will be better than they were this year. I think Chelsea can't be any worse than they were this year. They just can't be. So I think they're gonna. I think they'll be up there, which is why. And I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound like I'm hating on teams like Arsenal and Spurs and stuff, but I don't see Arsenal replicating what they did this year. I think this was their year to win the title. And it's not necessarily because of anything that Arsenal will have done or won't have done. I think they could be exactly as good a team as they were this year, but because Liverpool will be better, Chelsea will be better, etc., I think that they won't find it as easy to get second. I think that they might struggle. I think top four will be a good season for Arsenal next year.
I think you're right. I think Arsenal will not get second next year. Arsenal's going to get first.
There we go. Yeah. Let's go.
Arsenal is going to have the pain and the sting of what happened this year. And they're going to not take it as a failure, but they're going to take it as a lesson. And they're going to learn from what happened this season.
How many times has that happened there?
where a team has gotten the sting and then comes back and wins it the next year. It happens all the time with March Madness, with college basketball. It does. I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's a fact. The teams that
listen, I'm here for it, Bob. I'm here for it. If Arsenal fans want to believe that Arsenal can win the title, go for it. Same with United fans. If United fans want to believe they can win the title, go for it. It's June. We haven't seen anything happen this summer yet. Sure.
Yeah, I think no matter what, next year is going to be a lot more wide open.
I agree.
This year, top four look pretty locked in with 15 weeks left. So
but there's always a team or two that severely underperform. Always. Yeah. There's got to be, right? This is the way it is. This year, obviously, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, all far below standards.
Predicted that.
Right. So there's going to be one or two of those teams next year. Now, obviously, you hope it's not. Well, obviously, the three of us hope it's not either United or Arsenal, but it could be.
Yeah, it has been recently. So.
Yeah, it has been recently for both of us. Both of us have been the underperforming team recently that wasn't expected to underperform so badly. So it's there's going to be one or two teams that surprise this year. You know, your Brightons, your Newcastles, your Fulhams, your Brentfords. They surprised and they did better than everyone thought they would. So there's going to be one or two that do that next year as well. We obviously can't predict any of that. We can try and guess. So while we're out here guessing, I'll go ahead and say United 21's coming. Why not? You know, why not?
It doesn't hurt to say it at all. Put it out in the universe. All right, Kyle, thank you again for your time with us. We do have some swag that we're going to send your way. So we got EPL Wizards hat right there for you. You can represent. Nice. I do think you've won 1 year before. I'm pretty sure.
I got third last year. And I got a water bottle, yeah.
You got a water bottle. Okay, so we got to take care of you this time. And you also have the trophies. So we'll put up a picture of you holding your trophies in your trophy cabinet for the Standard League and for the Draft League. So congratulations once again, Kyle. Job well done. And
just need to create a third trophy so we can start winning trebles in this league.
Yeah. I get maybe we could do most Crown and Anchors one or most monthlies one or something like that.
What about that cup competition that happens that nobody pays attention to? I think we talked about it previously.
We did. I don't even know who won that.
No, that's what I mean. Nobody knows anything about it.
I think I checked it, but I forget who won. But I did check the winner.
It wasn't you, was it, Kyle? We're not talking about treble here right now, are we?
Here we go. Manchester United getting a treble this year. That's interesting.
That would have been a more difficult treble.
Yeah. Maybe we do that for next year.
Yeah, just
because I don't even know how to find that. I think I lost. I won the first round and lost the second round.
Yeah,
it just says my team's been eliminated. Oh, I have to go for the whole all teams. There we go.
Yeah, I think I was all teams. Second round.
So it was Corn Knights, Birmingham Fitness FC.
Okay.
Won the cup.
So next year, maybe we do a trophy for the cup winner.
Sure.
And maybe people will pay a little bit more attention to it.
Yeah, especially if you're not top 10, you have a chance to.
Yeah, it's something to look forward and play for toward the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because it happens like the last 2 months of the season, I think, doesn't it? It's like the last,
I think it was the last like 10
last
games.
like 8 weeks, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Depends how many teams are in the league.
Right.
They like calculate how it will go straight
Yeah,
to the
that's
end.
right. That's right.
Okay. Well, let's do that. So there's a possibility to get the treble. I like it. I like it. Cool, Kyle.
Thanks a lot,
Have a good night,
Mandela.
man.
Cool.
Have a
Yes,
good one.
congrats again.
Great interview.
Yes.
Great interview with Kyle. I feel like we just spoke to him not too long ago for the monthly
Literally
win, and now he's on again. Good thing we could recycle some of those graphics and pictures and stuff. Up.
Yeah. Make your life a little easier.
Yeah, but he's a great guy, very humble, and great to have him in the league as well. Great sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, what are you doing for the rest of the summer before the 2023-2024 season kicks off?
Avoiding the heat. We'll start there.
Started to get warmer
And
today.
I know. I'm out. Take me back to January. I'm out.
The rain. I think people were complaining about the rain, and now the heat's here, and people are like, "Please
Yeah.
bring back the rain." And
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, annoyingly. But just go chill out. Take it easy a little bit. Might go away over cup match, but we'll see. And then we'll be back. The summer goes by real quick. We got transfers. We got potential ownership changes. I think it's gonna go by quicker than we think. So we'll be back before you know it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a little bit of a break, having a few weeks off and just chilling out, and then back at it next season. Think better, feeling better, and kind of learning from what happened this season. Trying to build on what happened this season.
All about lessons. I'm sure you hope Arsenal learn some lessons too.
Oh, I know they will. I know Arteta has set out all the lessons for them to focus on, giving them some homework.
We'll see if we can each get up to. I mean, I'm definitely going to get up and watch United at some point next year, but see if you get up to see Arsenal too. Keep in mind, everybody as well, just any United fans, if you're ever going up to Manchester and you need a ticket, just let me know. If we're not using it, then it's available. So we got two tickets, great seats at Trafford.
That's good. And if they were in the away section, I might go for the Arsenal United game. But you never know. I might go up there. Put myself in some United shoes for that one game. But no, that's a great offer. I'm sure I know of at least 2 or 3 that I know of in the community here in our league that are United fans. So.
Yeah, the tickets are there. I try and go up and get at least 3 games a season. So other than that, they're pretty open.
Yeah, I think my thing is if I can get up to the UK, I would like to see a game. I've always wanted to take Eli up there. One of his friends is a United supporter. Actually, just realized.
His friends are good people.
Yes. I think his older brother's a United supporter, and he's kind of brainwashed him. But that's my theory anyway. So Riley has gone to the UK twice this school year. So Eli's saying, when can I get to go? I'd like to go. So we'll see if we can make it up this season. All right, Nate.
Yes,
thanks
Fub.
for everything, man.
Thank you.
Season.
Thank you, man. Great season, and I'm glad we'll be coming back next year.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Take care.
Check you guys later.